Hi Sagittarius. I am at the Glass Museum in Ebeltoft. It is my favorite museum in the world. I can't believe I'm here. I'm freaking out. But let's get to your reading. If you watch the intro for the signs that will be getting their readings today, then you know why you guys are going first. I suggest you watch that video before you watch this one, so that way we can just get straight into the cards here, and you had a kind of like a little bit of an idea of the theme of where it's going. So, everything in Sag, right? Everything in Sag. Everything. Whoa. And you're shining that sun on Gemini. Full moon back at you. New moon later in the month. Everybody putting all their wants and needs on you. Saturn's already inviting you over for dinner. It just left. Not even. Doesn't even leave until the third week, and then right after it wants you to come to its house and have dinner. Not ready. Too soon. Hashtag too soon. The weight of the world on you guys right now, every Sag I know is like, they may as well just text me, I can't. And why can't you? I mean, look what's being asked of you. Everything, you have to learn all the lessons now. But don't worry, don't worry. It's all part of the process. How many times can you hear that when you've had Saturn in your sign for the better part of 3 years? Oh, I don't want this process anymore. So fine. It's leaving. Oh, but what it leaves behind. Take a good look at those cups. Do you know what this is? This is Saturn leaving and Neptune. Neptune with its cups of fantasy and flight. This is why we're doing Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini today. Neptune is like, here are all these cups. Here are all the things you wanted. Here are all the dreams you had before Saturn came. Oh, we love this card, don't we? We love every time we get it. 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. What were all those things that you wanted? What were all those roles that you thought would be reversed? Where are the places now where Saturn has given you and you can now give in turn? And how many people in your life are putting you in a position where you feel so indebted to them, where they're just making themselves like pathetic, because Saturn leaves you with that strength and you're looking around at people going like, damn, you mad weak. And then the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Okay. So very popular, attracting very strong energy. Obviously, if you're dealing with an earth sign or an air sign, they're showing up super prominent. And the way they're showing up is interesting because you have it's like you're leaving a certain way of thinking in your life, right? King of Swords, very logical. King of Pentacles, very material and yet still very logical. You're leaving behind all the things that Saturn just kind of taught you. It's like, you know when someone asks you, like, tell me about yourself, and you just forget everything. So it's like Saturn's just put you through the rigmarole here and is now like, what'd you learn? And you're like, I don't know. All I feel is a sense of loss. And in some ways, I have to, through my sense of loss, still feed others. And I don't really know how to do that. And I'm being confronted with this really stern, logical energy. And with all these material needs, with Saturn moving into Capricorn now it wants me to start thinking, you know, it just put me through like a huge identity thing, right? Like, and now it wants to put me through like a financial thing. And it's like, can we just let up on the things, you know? And on top of that, by the way, Sag, you got to have fun this holiday season because everybody's counting on you to make it a good time. I mean, how is this fair? Another way to look at this, if you've got an air sign or an earth sign in your life right now, both showing up very prominently, but both asking from you to leave something and to put them in sort of a subservient role to you. Everyone wants you to be their, like, you know, savior right now, which is so ironic to me because can't they tell what you're going through? That's crazy to me. Like, I've just been leaving my Sag friends alone, not because I'm mad at them, but just because I know what they're going through. They need their time and their space. But I'm amazed by how many other people they have around them that are just being total leeches. I'm surprised. I'm like, whoa, can't you see that this poor girl or this poor guy is going through, like, major stuff, and you're over here, like, trying to put your problems on them? Like, you know, even when people tell me that they dislike a Sag, I'm usually like, they don't have enough problems. You have to dislike them too. Like, why don't you just leave them alone? I'm sure they're leaving you alone. I'm sure they're not over here bothering you. So if you have a problem with a Sag, it's because they aren't checking for you. Best way to be friends with a Sag, don't check for them. They'll come to you when they need you. They'll come find you. Right? I've just been leaving them alone. I've been leaving y'all alone. The Empress. Again, a card we've seen before, but put it in the context of these two kings. Bottom of the deck so far, Queen of Pentacles. Pairing up in spite of it all, finding love in spite of the stress. If you are able to find the abundant center within you, if you are able to see that Saturn's lessons were not harsh, they were necessary. They seem harsh to you, even though you can be a harsh sign, because the way in which Saturn is harsh, it's very Capricorn, and that's very not you guys. You have to remember that's the sign right after you. So the sign right after you embodies everything that you do not or cannot. So Saturnian wisdom, Saturnian shaking, Saturnian transits are Capricorn in nature, and I think that irritates you guys. It makes you rebel. It makes you want to run. It makes you want to quit. It makes you want to fold. It makes you want to kill yourself. It makes you want to end this stupid game. You know, I don't believe in your bullshit rules. I don't believe in your, you know, your laws of concrete and everything. Everything is fluid, and I'm going to stick to that. All of that rebellious Sagittarius fire nature is coming back, right? Next year for Halloween for Sagittarius, we're going to do Katniss from the Hunger Games. Rebellious archer, right? Rebellious, like, user of logical truth weapons to change the world, right? To change society. That person has been under Saturnian lock. And now, as soon as that, because it's like, it's not letting you go. It is not going to let you go without, like, that last bit of, like, you know, you're gonna, you know, South Asian moms, Caribbean moms, you're gonna miss me when I'm dead. You know, you'll only know when I'm dead what you had. You know, Saturn's doing that to you right now, and you guys are just like, yeah, we got you. But also, you know, I'm just gonna go from here to your next house of money. So, what's good? We still right here, and you're like, I can't, you know, like, I cannot do this. But you have to understand, the reason it's going to seem worse is because you have this dreamy sort of energy of what could be, what essentially should be, how the partnering should look. You have that, like, wish that's right in the front of your head of, like, how it's supposed to be. And I'm telling you, It's Neptune. It's Pisces. It's Neptune. It's messing with everything. I'm so irritated by it. I'm so irritated. Like, I'll show you the cards right at the end. There's just not enough room on the table. But I'll show you little by little. The Neptunian energy is showing you the best versions of these couplings, the best versions of how it could be. And you're like, yeah, it could be like that. You're right, mutable energy. You're right, Pisces. I get it. It can be like this. It can be like this. And Saturn's like, no, it's not. Saturn is, okay. So you and Pisces and Gemini, but we'll get to that in the Gemini reading, are sitting and having this conversation at Saturn's Christmas table, right? It's his dinner. And Pisces is just egging you on. Oh, yeah, you're right. It could be like this. You're so right. You know, your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your marriage situation, it should be like this. It should be like this. It should be like this. And you're like, no, yeah, you're so right. It should be like this. And Saturn's like, okay. And he's listening, and he's like, yeah, no, I get you, but how? And of course, Pisces, master of the circus ceremonies, is like, oh, how? Oh, I mean, listen, hey, who's over there? Hey, what were you dreaming about? Hey, I had a dream about you, you know. And Sagittarius is sitting there looking at Saturn like, oh, do I have to answer? Yes, you're the one who, like, she talked you into it, right? Pisces talked you into it, but tell me how. How are we going to get there? Exactly. See, because you mad at me for being hard on you for 3 years, but everything I leave you with, you get to keep. And it's real. And you will be able to find perhaps not this dreamy Piscean version of what you want, but perhaps something much, much, much more stable. Something you need. And so I ask you again, how? And Sagittarius is like, Ayo, Gemini, can you come change this subject? And Gemini's like, I just got the soul ripped out of me, so sure, yeah. Other twin? Yeah, I'll be right there. Yeah, sure, I got you. If you have a water sign in your life, Sagittarius, especially if this is a Pisces, this seems very real. Or if this is a rising water sign, this seems very real to you, and I get it, because that's what Neptune does. It's the sign, it's the planet associated with movies and film and music and everything. It shows you, you know, Neptune is just like, So if you've got a Piscean in your life, Neptune's going to be so active with them that they're going to be showing you all this and feeling all this, and yes, and it's so good. And I'm telling you, with Mercury being retrograde and Saturn still sticking around for those couple of weeks and then going straight into something that's going to be hard on you still, whatever this dreamy Neptune energy is, you need to sit with it and let it play out in front of you, but don't buy into it. Don't buy into it, because it will make you miserable. It will make you feel so alone. See, the thing about having to go for the holidays to Saturn's house is that it's cold. He likes it cold. It's severe. It's clean, but like in a way that makes Sagittarius uncomfortable. You want to put your feet up and have a beer and watch a game. You don't want to be, you know, having some highbrow intellectual discussion around a bunch of really, really beautiful, you know, glass. That says glass is life. You understand? You don't want to be doing that. But bro, this is where we are. It is all very beautiful, and it is all very delicate, and it requires a lot of care. And it is an honor to be in its presence because it is so beautiful and delicate and special. And it's real. right? Glass doesn't degrade. It can like live for like 12 million years or something, right? Like it's the most usable substance. You can just melt it down and make it again. Saturn has melted you down and made you again, and now you have to sit in your new mold, this new mold, and everyone is going to come over and try to click at your new mold and go, oh, because see, it's been a while since Saturn was in their sign, right? So like the Capricorns are coming over and going, oh, is this what you just did? Because it hasn't been there for 30 years. They haven't had Saturn there. So they're like looking at you as the latest work and going, oh, interesting. So everyone's going to come over and poke and prod at you. And Neptune is going to come over and be like, hey, psst, wouldn't it be nice to not have to deal with all of this and just be in love with somebody who just loved you for no reason? And you're like, yes, that would be amazing. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of and Saturn's sitting right next to you going, say that again. What do you really want? Oh, wait, say that again. What do you really want? Because this is what I'm trying to give you. What are we doing here? Did we forget? Did you forget? So, but I like the water sign, but I believe in all this and I don't want to listen to Saturn, and now Saturn's gone, so why should I listen? Okay, all right. If that's what you would like to do, let's pull some cards for that. Set your intentions by the new moon and set them for money. The rest of it is already on its way. The molds have already been cast. It's already been done. You'll get it. You need to focus on money. If you ask for it at the new moon, you will get it. If you ask for it at the new moon, you will get it. Bottom of the deck, I was hoping this card came up. Ooh, with this right under it. I was hoping the Nine of Wands came up because I wanted you to just know that even though you cannot see it, you have so many options coming up. Don't jump at anything right now. And I also need you to understand that so many of the things going on in your mind right now are not things you should be indulging in either. There's no easy way to say it. If you are getting lost here or here, it is because you are letting your nature get the best of you. You're using those arrows on yourself. Either you're feeling like you have no prospects, which is ridiculous because you're about to have so many, or you're feeling completely alone. Which brings me to what I think is the most important part of the video. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I feel like doing it during the holiday season is probably the best. Every sign struggles at a certain time of the year. Sagittarians seem to struggle with loneliness all times of the year. They, at least in my experience, are the sign that feels the most alone. So during this holiday season, especially because we have a card like this coming up, especially because we do have a sense of abandonment that will come up for you. You may not realize how caring it is to have Saturn in your sign. It is difficult. It hurts. It is not easy. It breaks down a lot, but it also takes care of you. It leaves you with real things that you can hold on to and say, look what I got. Look what I did. When that energy leaves, your sense of abandonment and your issues with abandonment can kick in. You know, when's Dad coming back? What, I'm a grown-up now? Is that it? What? You moved out? Do I have to pay the bills now? Yeah. And now it's going to teach you how to pay your bills now that it's, moved you out. It left. It left you the apartment. Congrats, but it left. The abandonment issues are real. Sag, they're real. You feel the energy, because as soon as Saturn shifts, you will feel it, and you will feel sad. And in the midst of your sadness, you will start to see all these opportunities in terms of money. But also in the midst of the sadness, you will be asked to perform. You are the sign, right, of partying and all of that. Everyone will want to see that side of you as you are going through one of the loneliest experiences in your life. And the way to deal with it, is patience. Patience. My mom always says this. She says, in the Quran, the word sabr is mentioned more times than any other word. Sabr, patience. This is not real. You feel alone, but you are not alone. Especially during the holidays. You feel alone, but you are not alone. You will see that as the month comes to a close, but December will not be easy. The full moon in Gemini on the 3rd alone will be painful, because you have Neptune there shining. So you've got this like bright light shining on your house of relationships, right? On like the 3rd house stuff. And then, no, not 3rd house stuff. What am I saying? Sorry, that's my own thing. You have this house of relationships that it's your sister sign. You're standing across from it, and it's got this. Your sun is shining on its moon, on the full moon there, and then you've got Neptune putting in all this like stuff that's not real. So what you think you're seeing over there is being like filtered through the super dreamy filter that's just distorting everything. So you're looking through this fisheye lens, funhouse mirror lens, and you think you're seeing so clearly because of the moonlight and the way the sun is shining on it, oh, that's really it. And you just can't tell that Neptune energy is seamlessly infecting everything and making it seem like what it's not. And what it's making it seem like is that you are by yourself, and you are not. I mean, listen, if nobody else gets you, I get you. That's something. I'm not going to do the extendeds here because I want you to be able to see the cards. So now let me just quickly show you these cards, like attempt to show you these cards. And we'll be done with the video. So first we had 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. Then we had King of Pentacles, King of Swords. Okay, the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, can you guys see all that? I'll just tilt it more. How should I do this? Is there a better way? Okay, good. Let's do this. I'll hold it like this so you can see. This is just for this month, you guys, because I love this space. All right. Then you've got this Piscean dreamy energy. Okay. Sorry about my knee here. I'm gonna just move my knee. Excuse my knee. And then this juxtaposition here and your new moon intention. So you can screenshot that. There's your spread. All right. Bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles, and then bottom of the deck is Knight of Pentacles, sorry, with the Page of Pentacles underneath. So just super annoying. All right, guys. Well, that's it. Like I said, it will feel like a cosmic joke for a few weeks. And then it will ease up. I love you guys. I will see you in January. Happy birthday, by the way.